Welcome to Lex's World, guys, and my episode on inline fans. An inline fan is a basic piece of equipment for any indoor grower. You shouldn't shrug off having an exhaust fan in your grow room, or you can look forward to issues with air circulation, humidity, odor, temperature, and general plant health. So first, where are these inline fans available? Well, you can get them in hydroponics or industrial supply stores, but if you don't have one in your area, there's lots available online. I'll throw a link to some in the description. Now let's talk about specs a little bit. Inline fans are measured by the diameter of the opening. They start out at 4 inches, like this one, and get bigger 2 inches at a time. They actually get much bigger. But how do you know which one you have to get? Well, first you have to know how many cubic feet your grow room is. Let's say you have a 5 foot by 5 foot by 7 foot grow space. That means you have 175 cubic feet. You just multiply all of those. Inline fans, much like the carbon filters I discussed in a previous episode, measure how much output they can handle in CFM. Cubic feet of air per minute. You should be changing out all of the air in your room at least 30 times per hour. 60 times or once per minute is even better. So, in your 175 cubic foot room, you wouldn't need anything bigger than a fan that can move 175 CFM. This one can actually do 190. Now, you might be thinking, wow, if I only want to change out the air 30 times per hour, I could even get away with a 90 CFM fan for a room that size. But remember, the way that you arrange your ducting and other factors lower the efficiency of your fan. For instance, if there's a big bend in your ducting. So you never get the maximum output that's advertised on the fan, so never go for the absolute minimums. An average 4-inch fan puts out around 160 CFM. Your typical 6-inch fan, well, the range is pretty big, but 350 CFM is an easy number to get out of a 6-inch fan. That's a huge increase for only 2 inches, which shows you why very few growers need to go bigger than a 6-inch fan. The other thing you got to be concerned about is noise. As fans get bigger, they get much louder. Be aware that your more high-end, grow-specific fans are manufactured quieter. Let's turn on this fan, which is a generic one, not really meant for growing per se. And as you guys can see, this is pretty loud. It goes pretty good. I gotta talk way louder for you guys to hear me. Now, the good news is, guys, is that once the ducting is put on, it gets a lot quieter. If you want to make it quieter still, you have a lot of options. You can hang the fan from the ceiling. You can buy an inline muffler. You can use insulated ducting, or you can use rigid ducting, both available at any major home hardware store. You can build an insulated box for your fan if you're a bit of a handyman. Lots of instructions for those online. Or you can get a solid-state speed controller. These are little controllers attached to the fan that you can use to keep your fan from working at its maximum RPM, which these fans tend to default to. If you lower its speed down to 50% or 70%, it gets a lot quieter. Some fans nowadays for growing are actually made with such controllers included. And finally, I guess I want to talk maintenance. Typically, these fans don't really need maintenance except a casual wipe down, cleaning inside every 6 months, just to keep the dust out. but otherwise they don't really need anything. They operate oil-free, so that's good. And that's the real basics on picking and keeping an inline fan quiet. I hope you guys liked the show. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button below. We'll catch you next time on Lex's World.